6 months of tax cuts and beyond. President Trump touting the benefits of a tax system that looks out for American workers.
6 months after our tax cuts, more than 6 million workers have received bonuses, pay raises, and retirement account contributions. And at last, our country finally has a tax system that is pro-jobs, pro-worker, pro-family, and pro-American.
Steve Forbes, Forbes Media Chairman, what do you think? Do you agree with what you just heard, or do you think we need more?
Both. The tax cuts are starting to work. You're going to see it in the second quarter of growth rates. Business investments starting to move up again for the first time in a long time. But we do need tax cuts 2.0, and I'm glad the president is making indications of that. I'm surprised the congressional Republicans haven't gotten on that. Be a great campaign issue. But, Melissa, all of this is threatened or could be hurt by a tariff war. So they got to resolve that. If they do, by golly, you'll see the stock market boom and the economy boom. Both.
Okay, so here's what J.P. Morgan is saying right now, specifically one of their analysts, Jim Glassman. We're halfway through the year. The economy is experiencing a strong expansion. Average U.S. household wealth has expanded now to record levels. GDP growth is expected to speed to 3 to 4%. Headline unemployment is at a 5-decade low. Inflation is tame. There's strong fundamentals. And although tariff threats continue to escalate, pressure from the broader business community should keep global trade open as the stock market continues to climb. What do you think about that last part? That broad business community pressure from them could keep the trade war from escalating?
Well, that's the key thing. The markets believe that at the end of the day, we will get agreements on these issues with China, Europe, and others. That's why you haven't seen the market take a real hit. If the markets really thought that we're going to have a full-blown trade war, you'd see it down 2,000 or 3,000, 4,000 points. By contrast, if these trade disputes magically disappeared on Monday, you'd see the market go up 3,000 or 4,000 points, precisely because the U.S. economy is starting to move up again, get a real head of steam.
If you listen to the speeches that the president made this week, a bunch of times he said things are going much better behind the scenes than you know. He said, I really shouldn't say this to you, but China's already come back to the table. I mean, he's doing everything he can. Today when he did the speech on the tax cuts, he talked so much about, first about steel dumping and how he's protecting American industries, and he talked about the washing machines, and he talked about the solar panels. But then he talked about the fact that we're the ones with all the leverage, and that, he can't talk about it, but behind the scenes they're already caving. What do you think?
Well, I don't care about whether countries are caving or not, in the sense that the key thing is to get a good agreement. And the thing to keep in mind is tariffs are sales taxes, and sales taxes hurt economic growth. And so if they're starting to make progress on that behind the scenes, that's terrific. But a sales tax hurts all of us. Other countries may be hurt more, but we will be hurt as well by the uncertainty on investment and what it does to the economy itself. We should have learned that from the 1930s.
I think we know that.
I think we'll get something at the end of the day, as they say.
Yeah, I think everybody knows that, and I think the president knows that. I think that he's negotiating, and what he said is we've been dumb all this time. Ben Stein was on before you. He said, no, we haven't been dumb. Our deals have been fine. What do you think?
Well, the U.S. has prospered mightily since World War II, as has the rest of the world. One of the key reasons is we have removed barriers, making it easier and easier to trade with one another, and we should continue to move in that direction. The president is the first one in a long time who has threatened retaliation, huge amounts of tariffs, if progress isn't made. So it's a different way of negotiating. We'll see if it gets better results.
I mean, he said that we've removed barriers, they have not, and he offers time and again, why don't we all drop all of our barriers?
Well,
he says he does indicate he's trying to move towards everybody taking them down. You don't believe that? Or you just don't think we'll get there?
I think that should be put at the forefront. He should give a major address and say, let's go and have with the EU. The EU has indicated that he's willing to do a total free trade agreement, start to sit down and negotiate a total free trade agreement with Japan. Abe, the prime minister there, would be willing to do it, with the EU, with Great Britain, which is pulling out of the EU. So, yeah, move on that. Just don't mention it.
Well, he said it at the G7.
Make a big speech and move on it. This is our policy. We want true free trade. By golly, I think you'd see the markets really soar on that.
That's true. Steve Forbes, thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too. Thank you.